Hello everyone, how are you? I feel like it's been a while and we got to catch up and make something in my Insta Pot for the very first time. So it's going to be something super easy. It's just going to be steaming cauliflower. It sounds silly, but I really have to take it slow with this machine because I am so scared and intimidated by it. I'm going to share this video into some cooking pages. I did join some new Insta Pot cooking pages, so we will see how that goes, sharing my video into them. Hopefully I found ones that are okay with live videos being shared. I tried to look through all of their do's and don'ts, and I think I just found one that said don't share a live video, but I think the rest of them are good to go. So hello Heather, so hopefully I don't accidentally add into that group. I think it's that one, so let's skip that one and hope I don't make anybody mad in these new groups. Hi Jamie, how are you? All right. I think we are good to go. Hi Aunt Kelly, how are you? So cross your fingers and hope I don't break any rules in these new Insta Pot groups. I think the one I can't share into is just Insta Pot recipes, and they want recipes only, no jibber jabber, cut to the point, so that people don't have to weed through some of the stuff to be able to get to the nitty-gritty recipes. Hello, Linda, Amber, Rosemary, Sheila. How are you guys? Thank you for sharing. So, right when we start, I'm going to let you ladies know that are on here, and gentlemen, if you are on as well. We have been doing so awesome at our live video goals. You guys have been doing awesome at sharing the video. We're growing this group like crazy. Because of that, starting in March, we are going to raise up our live viewer goal again, which is amazing. When I started, it was like 20, 25 people. We're going to raise it up to 50. So instead of 40, it's going to be 50 starting March. So just keep that in mind. Share the word, get the word out there that our goal is going to go up. Hello, Sherry. Hello, everybody. Trevor, how are you doing? Anastasia and Dean. Hello, Betty. All right. So I had originally said I was going to make steak in my sous vide cooker for dinner because I thought I was going to be teaching at the school today, but actually because it's President's Day and there's no school, I didn't have to. I also asked my husband, since we had steak at our date night this weekend, if he wanted steak tonight, and he said no, he'd rather pork chops. So we're going to do pork chops in the air fryer. You guys know I love that. Air fry pork chops. Preheat it at 360 to 380 for a couple minutes before you put the pork in there, and then cook it at 360 to 380. I think I like 380 the best, for 14 to 16 minutes, flipping halfway through. That is the time for thick cut pork chops. If you're doing thinner ones, you're going to want to cut that time in half. Nobody likes overdone pork chops. So keep that in mind. I've got something in my eyeball. But I love air fried pork chops. So we are going to do that. Thank you, Judy. You are so sweet. Jennifer, hello, Amy. So we're going to do air fried pork chops, and then we are going to use my Insta Pot for the very first time today. That is our oven. So my oven is preheated to 425 for the cauliflower bake. The only thing we are using my beautiful new Insta Pot for, it's supposed to be red, but it has a little orange tint to it. The only thing that we are using this beauty for is to steam our cauliflower, which I'm really excited about because I don't have a steaming rack for any of my pans in the house. So if I ever want steamed vegetables, I just buy the steamer packs that you throw in the microwave. So this is kind of exciting to be able to steam my vegetables myself. Fresh vegetables, not frozen. I would have been on at 6 o'clock, but my awesome husband went to the grocery store for me to get my head of cauliflower that I needed. I'm excited for these Insta Pot recipes. I know it's kind of a specialty recipe group because not everybody has an Insta Pot. They are kind of expensive. The only reason why I purchased mine was because it was on a crazy sale for that day. It was $60, which I know is still kind of expensive, but if it will cut down my cooking time the way I think it will, it's going to be worth the expense. Yes, my mom got an Insta Pot a long time ago, and we were both very intimidated by it. We did make just regular chicken I was told you can cook frozen meat really fast with your Insta Pot. And so we did chicken, and we were not impressed. It was a complete fail. It took forever. The chicken was really rubbery, so I don't think she touched it again until her boyfriend started using it to make rice and things like that. Yes, the color is awesome. I like brightly colored things. I got rid of my purple air fryer and got the black one because it was bigger, so I'm glad to have a little splash of color back in my kitchen. Love chicken parmigiana. Have you tried cooking that before? I have not. Your Nana has one and it's amazing. Not only your time, but it's so easy. This is a 6-quart, you guys. 6-quart Insta Pot. It was on sale. I don't think it is anymore, but the link is in on my Facebook wall if you want to check it out. I think it was just for that day. They were running a sale. Instead of it being $100 or more, it was just 60 bucks. Yes, I'm excited for this, you guys. So, this is a 6-quart. They do make bigger ones, but it's 6-quart is the biggest slow cooker I have. So I figured 6-quart Insta Pot would be sufficient as well for my family. It comes with that metal insert. This is our, what do they call it? Trivet or steamer basket. So we're going to be using this. Hello, good evening. Renee, I hope I teach you well. I am very intimidated by it. Yay, Crystal. My whisks are coming, you guys. My Mom Feeling Hungry Boy whisks are coming. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to my show. We're going to be making air fried pork chops today, and then we are going to be using my Insta Pot to steam some cauliflower to make loaded mashed cauliflower casserole. So it's going to be kind of like my choice baked potato casserole, except with cauliflower. So if you are trying to cut out potato, this is going to be an awesome recipe for you guys. So I'm going to take this cauliflower and I'm just going to give it a quick rinse. I am hanging out my sweatpants today, you guys, so don't judge. It's a holiday, so we all kind of hung around the house today. I'm just going to drip water all over my kitchen like I always do. All right, I'm grabbing a cutting board because we are going to cut up this cauliflower so that we just have the florets. Hello, hello, Trivet. Yes, Trivet. And you're scared at first, but you love it now. That's what I like to hear because I am very intimidated by this Insta Pot. But everybody loves it and everybody swears by it, especially the busy moms and stuff, so I'm excited for it. Caitlin, it was never how I felt until this thing went on sale on Amazon and I saw it and I was like, all right, now I need to have it. It was just one kitchen item that I always could do without, but we're gonna learn now. Hello, Ashley, how are you? So I'm just gonna take this and just cut the middle out of my cauliflower. Drop some cauliflower on the floor for my dogs so that they're happy. We're just going to break these pieces off. Don't cut your finger off. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, but I don't work with cauliflower that often. Like I said, usually I buy just this little steamer packs of cauliflower. I'm excited using my newly organized kitchen, you guys. It is awesome. I am spraying water everywhere though. All right. So it says for this recipe, you don't have to have an Insta Pot. So if you watch this and you want to try this recipe, but you're sad because you don't have an Insta Pot, you can make this awesome dish without an Insta Pot. You just need to steam your cauliflower, so you can do that on the stove. I think you could even use those cauliflower steamers that they sell in the store and just use that cauliflower for this recipe. So don't be discouraged if you don't have an Insta Pot yet. All right. My poor kiddos, they must have been so sleepy. Some of them are just waking up. My oldest is barely getting out of bed. My youngest is sleeping on the couch, I think, again. I am good, you guys. I am good. Heather. Yes, loungewear. It's okay. Yes, you don't know how to use yours, Patricia? I hope that we learn together, you guys. We're going to stumble our way through this recipe. We're gonna learn how to use it step by step. I did, if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, but I just shared into a new album on my page, Insta Pot, little cheat sheet printout things. My dad sent it to me. I looked through it, super awesome. A bunch of different cheat sheets on how to cook things, what kind of ratios you need for rice, how long to cook things. Also a chart that switches it from a crock pot to an Insta Pot and then back again. Some measurement conversions and things like that. Emerald Lagosi, that sounds fancy, Patricia. I'm sure it is just as good as an Insta Pot, if not better, if it's emerald. All right, so it says we are going to, it says 1 head of cauliflower cut into florets and rinsed, approximately 2 pounds. My husband got me one. It's a little over 2 pounds, but I think once I cut that main stump part off, I think it's probably at 2 pounds now. So I'm not sure how much more to cut it. I'm gonna leave these pretty much intact, keep those stems on there, and just hope for the best, you guys. So we've got that. We're gonna need some butter, some sour cream, heavy whipping cream, bacon bits, cheese, cream cheese, you name it. We're gonna add it into this cauliflower once it's done steaming. No, Heather, you're fine. Yes, I'm excited, okay, you guys, let's do this. So to steam the cauliflower in the Insta Pot, we need to add 1 cup of water to the pot and then place the trivet in it. I have the trivet in already. And then we're gonna add a cup of water. A rice measuring cup does come with your Insta Pot. So they call this a rice measuring cup. So that is what comes with it as well. There is also a condensation collector that comes with it that you stick right on the back, right there. My cord isn't as long as I thought it would be. So we have a cup of water that we are going to pour in here. Then it says add a cup of water, place the trivet in, and then the cauliflower florets into the basket. The main thing that I've read about the Insta Pot is you always want to make sure you have enough water. That is the biggest thing. Hello, you guys. Tina, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, Tina? Are you out of the hospital? I know last time we talked you were sick, and I hope you are doing better. Harmony, if you know, let us know if she is doing better. All right. We are going to close the lid of the Insta Pot. There is a special way to do that. You want your release valve in the back, and you stick it on, and you hear a pretty noise, and it's locked. And we are going to pressure cook high for 3 minutes. Hello, you guys. So, let's see if I can figure this out, you guys. Pressure cook. Okay, so when I hit pressure cook, a time came up on the screen. So I'm gonna change the time to 3 minutes. That sounds so fast. Okay, 3 minutes, but it says high. And mine, okay, it says high pressure, normal, 3 minutes. You guys, this is why I'm scared of this machine, okay? It like does stuff on its own. Okay, it says on. I think it's just on. So what it's gonna do, you wanna make sure, let's move you guys. You wanna make sure this is turned to sealing. If this is not turned, it won't create a lock and it won't seal as that pressure builds up. So you want to keep in mind when you are making these recipes that there may be a specific cook time, but you also need to keep in consideration how long it takes to build up pressure, to seal, to also release the pressure if you do a quick release or slow release. What's good about those cheat sheets, it also told you when it's good to use which release type, which I also thought was pretty cool. Yours doesn't do noises? I thought that was normal. I have never used an Insta Pot, Jessica. I have not. This is our brand new, never used an Insta Pot before. We are going to learn this machine together. If you've used it before and you are an old pro, this might be a boring recipe for you, but we are making loaded mashed cauliflower bake. So we're going to steam our cauliflower, then we're going to stick it in a food processor and put all these yummy ingredients in it, and then we're going to bake it, and then we're going to air fry some pork chops. So it does take time to get up to pressure, then your timer starts. No one told me that. Yes, I'm assuming my thing is doing its job. I'm just gonna slide it. I don't know if it makes any noise as it starts to build up pressure. It says that it's on, and it says keep warm on it. Is that not right? I think my valve is set. I have it set to close. Yours is ginormous. You made Cajun chicken and rice tonight. See, I want to be that person. I want to make awesome recipes with my Insta Pot. But as of right now, I'm not doing too well at it. We had our Insta Pot but never used it out of the box, but mine is the decoration. I actually found a nice spot for it in the cupboard, so it doesn't sit on my counter. You guys, I don't... Yes, I can show you guys the front. So let me get you... Let's make sure we've got adequate lighting. So this is what I'm looking at, you guys. This is why I'm so confused. This is why it's taking me a second. This was lit up. And I turned it off. And now that I turned it off, you can hear it doing something. So what I did when it started, I hit pressure cook, and then a timer came up here, and I changed it all the way to 3 minutes. It was already at high pressure, which is what it says in the recipe. Amy, surprisingly, I don't like hard-boiled eggs, but my husband does, but he loves his egg boiler thing. So, and it does have the words venting here and sealing up here, so you don't ever have to guess which direction is which. It does have warnings on it to tell you, you know, to be careful with your releases and don't touch it while it's releasing the steam. So here are the options, you guys. These are some of the stuff that you can do with it. Some pre-selected things. If you buy this brand of Insta Pot, it does come with some preset stuff, which is awesome. It says automatically when your food is done, if you don't do anything with it at all, it'll automatically go into the keep warm stage. But yeah, I am excited to try that saute stage. So depending on what recipe wins for Thursday, we might get to try our saute function, which will be super awesome. Yours is black. Yeah, there you have, they have a lot of colors, which is super cool. Okay, it beeps to show the time, and then it starts to count down from there. I have it all correct. Yeah, so I did have to turn, it automatically turned to keep warm on. So for whatever reason, maybe if it wasn't sealed all the way initially, it automatically went to that. So I did have to turn that off to get it to start going. Yep. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you for telling me that. I hear it doing something. So that's what I was waiting for. I did have to turn that keep warm off, and now it is definitely doing what it needed to do. I already cooked up some bacon for this awesome dish. So I did 6 strips of bacon, which doesn't look like much. 6 strips of bacon, and I just did what you guys told me. I cut it up while it was raw, and then I just fried it in a pan, and it was super awesome, way easier than trying to cook bacon and then break up the bacon after you cook it. So that was awesome. Sharon, I might not use it every day, but I'm definitely willing to throw in some awesome recipes to teach you guys. I know there's a lot of you that are like me, and you're pretty scared by this machine. And my scaredness isn't even really rational, because a lot of people are intimidated because it is dangerous. You know, it's a high-pressured machine, and things can go wrong and have gone wrong. And me, I start to read an Insta Pot recipe, and I get overwhelmed. There's a lot of words that I don't know. There's a lot of functions that I've never heard of in my life. So I'm hoping that we can break through that barrier together. I'm a very visual learner, so seeing somebody do certain function is going to really help. So for us to do this together, I'm really excited. Yep, Sherry. Yep. So what's good is that this recipe does tell us that we are going to perform the quick release. And then once it has fully released, we're going to open the pot, allow the cauliflower to sit while we gather the rest of the ingredients. Then we are going to add all the ingredients into my food processor. You guys are used to my food processor being over there on the counter at all times. I'm super excited. My food processor now has a home in my cupboard. So I'm really excited for that. So I'm going to pull this baby out of the cupboard. And we are going to use this to blend up our perfectly steamed cauliflower into a nice smooth puree. Yes, I do know that, you guys. So you do want to be careful, as careful can be, when it comes to releasing that pressure. You don't want to do it too early. You want to make sure that it is completely done, that your pin has completely dropped. It is something not to rush in any way, shape, or form, especially because it is so fast. You don't want to rush the process. So we're gonna get my food processor clicked in here. I am gonna show you guys over here. I've got my pork chops, and so what I did, I thawed out my pork chops from my butcher box. You guys know I love my butcher box. So I took them out. I patted them dry with a paper towel. Then I did a very thin layer of olive oil and I rubbed it in. And then I used some pork rub seasoning and I seasoned them. And they've been sitting in that for about 45 minutes now. So then what we're gonna do is when we put the cauliflower in the oven to come to temperature and melt the cheese and everything, we're gonna preheat the air fryer right here. And the reason for that, I recommend always preheating your air fryer when you are cooking meat so that it's a nice even cook. It has come up to temperature. Things will cook nicer. Sorry guys, I know this is kind of a rough process to stick you back in this tripod. It gives you a nice even cook. The meat stay nice and juicy. Jessica, so Butcher Box is super awesome company. I highly recommend them. I live out in the country, so close to a grocery store I am not. Butcher Box is a company that you basically pay a flat rate, no shipping, and you pick what meat you want inside of this box. So we get pork chops, chicken breasts, chicken thighs, bacon, ground beef, you name it, fish, scallops, crazy things like that. And it comes either every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, as often as you guys need meat in your house. They have 2 different size boxes, a small and a large, and you can either do a surprise meat box, which is cheaper, or you can pre-select your box and then meat comes to your door frozen, so that you don't have to worry about it going bad. You don't have to worry about using it all the way, and they're all sealed in portions. So they come like pork chops come 2 to a pack, and they're airtight packages, which I really like. You know, when you get meat at the grocery store, it's packaged for you to use almost immediately, especially ground beef and stuff like that, where these are pre-packaged in pounds, airtight, sealed, and labeled and dated so that you can put them in your freezer and use them as you need them. So I recommend Butcher Box if buying meat at your grocery store isn't your thing. If your grocery store doesn't have good meat, Butcher Box is like range-free, all I'm not going to do it justice. It's really good meat. Free range, organic stuff. It's really good meat. I'm not doing it justice, but I highly recommend the Butcher Box. Just check it out if you haven't. Yes, I love the different meats that Butcher Box gets, the things that they offer. I do pork tenderloins, pork chops. All right, it has beeped and our timer is starting to go down. Jody, I highly recommend an air fryer, along with an Insta Pot. An air fryer will be your best friend. They do create something now that is an air fryer and Insta Pot all in one, and that would be really cool. But my air fryer is just separate. I use it to reheat any leftovers I have. I use it to cook almost every meat we have. Obviously with my 2 kiddos, 2 and 4, we make chicken nuggets, chicken fries, tater tots, curly fries, you name it. Anything that's frozen that you would take, 15 minutes to preheat your oven and then another 20, 25 minutes to cook your food, and then it cuts that process in half. There's a no preheating time for things like that. They cook in a fraction of the time in the air fryer. It's crispy like it came out of a fryer without all the extra oils and greases. Highly recommend it. Yep, it is. So Amy is asking if the pin has popped up, which is this little metal piece right here. When it started, it was down deeper. You couldn't really see it in there. And now it is popped up. It's completely flush with the machine. So that's how you know that that pressure has built up in there and that it did it and it sealed correctly. All right, I'm hoping I'm not missing any other messages. Okay, so our timer has started, you guys, and my oven is up to temperature. I'm sorry for this little downtime. You guys know I don't normally like downtime during my recipes, but a lot of this is for question and answers. I know I posted this in an Insta Pot group that has old pros in it, I'm sure. So this may be a boring video, but I also like that they're here to help me because I am new at this. So if I have questions, they're here to answer my questions. Jody, so like with my pork chops, I just do a very, very minimal, like 1/4 of a teaspoon per pork chop of olive oil on the outside, just to help the seasoning stick. When it comes to chicken fries, chicken nuggets, all those frozen things, no, I don't add any other grease or oil to it at all. It's a non-stick air fryer bin, so you don't have to worry about anything sticking to it. You can spray non-stick spray in there, but it really doesn't need it. It's amazing. So this little bin comes out. So if you're making fries or chicken nuggets or anything like that, you'll pull it out and just shake it to break the things up and then put it back in and put it back in. About halfway through, you'll do this. With these pork chops, I will pull it out and I will flip the pork chops halfway through and then put it back in. That's what I really like about it too. You're not leaning over an oven, pulling a tray out, trying to flip things in a hot oven or with a hot tray. With this, you'll pull it out. I always set mine, this will be hot, so I always set this on a pot holder and I just use tongs and I flip my meat over and stick it back in. There's no time adjusting, heat adjusting. You pop it back in and it restarts like you never stopped it. So yes, Renee, I will teach you things with an air fryer too. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna start my air fryer. I'm gonna preheat it at 380. All I did was turn it on. It has a plus or minus on the front. I hit plus. It goes up to 380. I hit the power button and it's on. It's preheating. I only do that for meat. All right, you guys. So when it is done, now a quick release you're going to want to be careful with. So I'm super intimidated by this right now, you guys. So when it is done, it says off. And we want to do a quick release. So I think, which I'm kind of scared, I hope I do it right, is I'm just going to flip this over to venting and let it vent as fast as it can. Okay. So when I spun it, there's a little notch in it that allows it to stay open, and you see how it is releasing as fast as it can, essentially. But there is also a slow release where you just turn it half, like part of the way, and it'll just release very slowly and gently. I did post on my page, you guys. Yeah, I always cover my hand with my mom's too. I cover my hand with a towel and I come from underneath almost and just flip it that way. You don't want to come above and start doing it because that's hot, hot steam, you guys. It smells like cauliflower. You can smell what I was cooking in there. I did post on my page, you guys, some tips and tricks. So for the Insta Pot, so if you look at it, it does tell you when to use a quick release and when to use a quick release and when to do a manual or a slow release. So right here. So it says when to use, sorry guys, when to use a rapid release and when to use a natural release. So when you're cooking veggies, quick release; when it's soup, natural release. So I did post this on my page so you guys can check it out. So what we're gonna do, I did get a tip from you guys. We want to make sure the pin is down. So you guys see that it's kind of hidden now inside of the machine. So you know that the air has completely released, and now we are going to turn it. You guys hear the noise? And we are going to open it, it says. And I'm going to let you guys see inside of here. We have freshly steamed cauliflower. Carol, I do have a link for an air fryer. I'm going to check if it's still on sale, but Go USA is the name of the air fryer that I use, and they were having a super awesome deal on this big air fryer, and I will check to see if they still are. I have the Insta Pot Max, and I don't have to deal with that anymore. It's automatic, and you just choose what vent setting you want. Not scary anymore. That's awesome. I didn't even know that that kind of option existed. Yes, you guys, a lot of these are printable things that I posted, and keep them close to you in your kitchen so that you have them as a reference. I always have my phone or my iPad with me, so I'm just going to use that as my reference. Just have it on my phone in the album that I saved them. They are on an album on my page, so that they won't get lost in the abyss. They are in Insta Pot tips and tricks. Oh, okay, Amy, that's good to know. So I don't turn it at all for a natural release. It will just automatically slowly release. So that is good to know. Yes, I just got the same one. Thanks for some of the tips and watching you. Yes, of course. I have the same one and never even thought to preheat on an air fryer yet, but I only preheat for meat, raw meat. I don't preheat when it comes to like fries and chicken nuggets and stuff like that. They already cook so fast. When I do beef roast, I do a natural release and the meat comes out so tender. Yep, that's what I hear. So that's what's awesome about my tips on there, you guys. It says all of that. Nope, not at all. Correct. Okay, so when you guys are doing a natural release, don't turn that spigot top at all. So this right here, don't turn it at all. Is a natural release. I'm glad somebody told me that. That is why I like that you guys are in here, because I need some help. Yes, Rebecca, I hope I changed your mind. I'm trying to change mine as well. So we're going to keep going with this recipe. We are going to, once the pressure is released, remove the cauliflower from the Insta Pot and add it to my food processor and blend it. So what I also like about this, I read on a website, so if you want somewhere to put your lid, you just slide it right into there and it's out of the way. You're not having to balance it. It's not hot anywhere else in your kitchen. Always a natural release for meat, way more tender. It'll take about 15 minutes. So keep that in mind, you guys, when you are doing your recipes, that depending on what release you're using will change the amount of time it will take. These are already cooking really fast, but I just want people to keep that in mind so that if you're cooking for a group of people, you can adequately account for how much time you need. So I'm going to take this cauliflower. I'm going to assume it has been steamed to perfection. I am just going to toss it in my food processor with some tongs. It is hot, and it might not all fit in my food processor. So we might blend a little bit, add a little bit, blend a little bit, add a little bit. I got most of it in here. So we're going to clap this shut, and I'm going to just pulverize this. I'm going to hit puree. I'm just going to add these last florets in here and get this all blended up with the food processor. I highly recommend this food processor. Those of you who know me and my show, I do post in my comment section of my videos any tools that I use while I'm cooking. I do post the links through Amazon, and a very small portion of it, if you buy through my link, does come back to me. So if you want to help support this show and keep me going, because I don't really make much money doing this. I've made $18 so far, you guys. Awesome. But I just do this to hang out with you guys and share some tips and tricks. Okay, so it's nice and blended up. We've got it all pureed in here. I wouldn't describe the texture as smooth. So I'm not sure if our cauliflower wasn't cooked all the way, or if cauliflower doesn't really, I don't think it ever really becomes as smooth as potatoes. So we're just gonna go with that. It's very super fine grained, super blended. It says to, oh, I don't think I was supposed to do that just yet, but what we're gonna do is I'm going to take my blender so that we have a little more room to add these ingredients in. So now we are going to add our butter, cream cheese, sour cream, heavy cream, garlic powder, and salt. So let's start from the top. We need 2 tablespoons of butter in here. Got a little kitchen fuzzy from our towel. So, woo, threw the cheese on the floor. 2 tablespoons of salted butter. 4 ounces of cream cheese, which is half of a block. Yes, so many different kitchen devices, you guys. What I have acquired since I started cooking for my family. All right, so 4 ounces, half of a block. I'm gonna keep doing that, I'm sure. Half a cup of cream cheese. We have completely reorganized my kitchen, so it's gonna take me a second, but we are gonna figure it out. You guys remember how it is. Always, always, always use your solid measuring cups, not your liquid measuring cups when you're measuring things like sour cream and stuff like that. I am gonna use my handy dandy measuring cup to measure this. So here we go, half a cup. Yes, so half a cup. I'm gonna scoop my sour cream in here. You guys know that I love this measuring cup because it'll just scoop it right back out again. I'm in a weird angle in my kitchen that I'm not normally using, so bear with me. I'm sorry you can't see my face. So get this gooped in here. You guys know that I love this measuring cup because instead of having to scoop all this back out of a measuring cup, half a cup, we can see it, half a cup, and we do dry or solid, so you fill to the top, and instead of having to scoop it back out, you just twist and it all comes out for you. You don't have to worry about trying to scoop it out, clean it out, get the edges clean, worry about what you're leaving behind. I absolutely love it. So half a cup of heavy whipping cream. We've got our heavy whipping cream here, you guys. Half a cup using my liquid measuring cup, not my solids. So half a cup, like so. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And you guys know how I feel about garlic, so it's a heaping teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon of my garlic, and a teaspoon of salt. So I'm just gonna do a couple turns of my sea salt grinder. It is stronger than just regular table salt, so if you're using it, don't use as much as you would of table salt. I'm gonna grab a spatula, and we are gonna take this cauliflower, which is still nice and hot, and we are gonna scoop it into my blender so that I have a little bit more room to work with, so we can get it all blended in nicely. Like I said, this is exactly like my twice baked potato casserole, but with some cauliflower. So if you were trying to cut out those carbs, this is the way you can make baby changes. Obviously with the butter and the sour cream and stuff, you are still eating quite a bit of calories, but you don't have all of that potato in there. So we're gonna take this, pop this on. Yes, the measuring cup is awesome. AJ, I'm good. How are you? These measuring cups are my favorite. I will link the measuring cup in the comment section of this video so you guys can find it on Amazon. Super, super awesome. It is my favorite measuring cup. We're doing pork chops in the air fryer and loaded mashed cauliflower casserole. If you ever are watching my video and you want to know what's going on, just tap on my face and the description of the video will pop up and you will see what we are making today. So we are going to blend this up. spots where the cauliflower is being stubborn and not wanting to join the rest of the group. So we're gonna just kind of scoop those edges in there. Slowly making its way in. Oh, you guys, that looks creamy now. Nice and creamy cauliflower in there. It looks like potatoes now. All right, I'm gonna give it one more blend. All right, nice and blended. Now it says to pull the blades out of your food processor nice and carefully. I'm gonna tap the edges to get the rest of that on there. And now, by hand, we're gonna mix in our bacon. It says to save some to sprinkle on top, but I'm just gonna put mine all in. And then it says to add 1 cup of our cheese. So I'm gonna mix our bacon in there. I feel like I should have used the full pack of bacon, but I only used half a pack, only 6 strips. But I think it might have been beneficial to use the whole thing. Now we're gonna add a cup of cheddar cheese. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Pour that in there and just mix that by hand. Just stir it around a little bit. Perfect. Now we're gonna redirect over here. I have my baking dish here, and we are gonna pour this into our baking dish. It says to use a 9x11 baking dish. I am using a 9x9, so mine is going to be a little deeper and a little chubbier, but I love this baking dish. It smells exactly like my twice baked potato casserole, you guys. All right. So I'm gonna spread this out. And now we're gonna take the other cup. So it's 2 cups of cheddar cheese. 1 cup goes into the mixture, and then you're gonna just sprinkle the other cup on top. Elk steak with peppers, tomatoes, garlic seasoning, and turned out so tender. I turned my air fryer on so long ago that it's done cooking, make-believe, everything. It's preheated. But that just means when I pop this in the oven, my air fryer will be ready to go with my pork chops. There we go, you guys. I used the last of my cheddar cheese in there, and it is ready to go. Normally you would sprinkle a little bit more of the bacon bits on top as well, but I used it all just right in the middle. And then we are gonna place this on the middle rack in the oven and bake it for 20 minutes or until the cheese is bubbly and begins to get toasty in spots. So when you open your oven, always open it, let that heat escape, especially at 425. We are gonna pop this into the oven and we are gonna bake it for 20 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time for us to bake our pork chops. Let's see, I've probably missed a lot in the last couple steps. Doing well, living a life, lineman life. I need this recipe. Everyone gets best measuring cup you will ever use. It really is. 100 viewers, that's awesome. We did good. Yeah, just eat that, forget the pork chops. Don't even need anything with it. Thank you, my photo bombers are cute, my little puppies. Yes, Jody, the brand of air fryer is Go Wise USA. So G-O-W-I-S-E USA is the name of my air fryer. I will check on my Amazon to see if it's still on sale. I highly recommend this specific air fryer that I just got. Woo! So I'm just gonna pop these in here in a single layer. 14 minutes flipping halfway through is what I try to do. Let's see. Yep, 14 minutes. 14 to 16 minutes flipping halfway through. My kitchen is a mess. So for those of you that are new here, there is something that I do that's a surprise to you guys. I do giveaways at the end of my show. So we are gonna do 2 giveaways today. We hit 80 live views, which is double my live view goal, which is awesome. Let me just get situated here before you guys start commenting. I will get you guys pulled up on my iPad. And then what we will do is we will comment names. I will get you guys entered in. I wish there was an easier or better way to do this, but there is not. Unless I find somebody that wants to come to my house during all my live shows and type in as people comment. But I haven't found somebody who wants to do that yet. All right. So we are going to enter these names in. My giveaways I always do are kitchen and food related items. I buy them through smiles.amazon.com because a portion of it goes back to the Alzheimer's Association. If you win, I just ask you to send me your shipping information. If you win in a certain month, you can't win again until the next month. So just keep that in mind. And we will get going. Heather S. Sharon, you never cooked pork chops in your air fryer. Well, you need to start, Sharon. You need to start because pork chops in the air fryer are amazing. So Sharon L. Karen, thank you. You are sweet. Karen H. Teresa H. You guys, if there's anything that I use today and you want to buy it through Amazon, I will put the link in the comment section of this show so that you guys can buy through my link and support this show so that I can keep doing it. I would be so sad if I couldn't do it anymore. Abby B, Renee O, Angela B, Kelly Coulter. My Aunt Kelly is like the luckiest person I've ever met, and I am so shocked she has never won my giveaway. Shelby H, Tabitha L, Charlene, thank you. You're so sweet. Best prizes ever, she says. Danielle, Mego, Carissa, how are you, Carissa? Tina, I didn't hear if you were doing okay. I hope you're doing good. Tina, Shauna W, Cindy, how are you, Cindy Whelans? Shelby W, Sandy J, Rebecca L. I do go through the names before I do the giveaway so that you guys have a chance if I missed you to get your name entered in. Sarah H, Sandra F, Pam U. If you are commenting it and I am not seeing it, try to comment just something to me or saying something. Sometimes their names get filtered, but if you comment something to me, it will come through, or adding an emoji helps. Jennifer H, Misty C. I need to get an air fryer. I love my Insta Pot. Started keto, so I love easy and healthy. Yes, I get that. Robert W. Carol, how are you, Carol? Barb W. I don't even have an air fryer. I want one, but not sure I'd use it. Jessica, I think you would. My air fryer has almost completely replaced my microwave. Joe M, Harmony V, Caitlin G, Heather F. I think all I use my microwave for now is melting butter and cooking popcorn. Roxy C, and I hear you can cook popcorn in your air fryer. Dean R, Buzz Lightyear. I didn't see a Buzz Lightyear. Did he walk past? I didn't see him. Crystal, Ashley W. Hi Tay, how are you? She said she is doing better. Thank you for asking. Thank you, Harmony. Sometimes I don't see the comments especially while I'm cooking. I get distracted. I know it's awkward me looking down the whole time, but I do have you guys down here. I do want to get a screen set up so that it's larger, so it's easier for me to see. Brittany E, Jody L, Barb W, I got you. Zusina King, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I don't mean to. Joan, hello, how are you? I don't know how you think of all these different giveaways. Honestly, I go to smile.amazon.com and hit deals or type in baking items, kitchen items, and grilling items, and if there's an awesome deal on something, I buy it for you guys. I did get those seasonings for someone recently, and I just bought myself last night just a ton of awesome seasonings, so I'll be excited to share those with you guys when they get here. Kim B, my 3-year-old niece is singing hi to you. That's so sweet. Hello. Alyssa L, how are you? You're new here, welcome. Welcome to all the newbies, you guys. So I do giveaways on my shows. I come on Mondays, Thursdays, and on the weekends. Mondays are side dishes, Thursdays are main dishes, and then on the weekends I kind of wing it. Sometimes it's a dessert, sometimes it's a breakfast, and sometimes I come on in between those days just kind of sporadically. So, Kara, how are you? Teresa, I just use my microwave for heating leftovers. Teresa, I never heat my leftovers in the microwave anymore. My air fryer is everything. Sandwiches, burgers, fries, anything that I take leftover from a restaurant or leftovers of my own go into the air fryer. I do not use my oven for it. I do not use my microwave. It is air fryer all the way. I highly recommend an air fryer. Mandy L, speaking of that, let's see. Time for me to flip them. There we go. So pork chops are flipped. Mandy L, Danielle, I did get you. Danielle H, Bill, I am doing good. Bill W, Kara H, I've got you. Laura K, Becky G. It's so much better reheating in the air fryer. I mean, hands down. Pizza reheated in the air fryer, you will never deal with chewy, hard pizza crust ever again. It is the most amazing thing to stick a leftover pizza in an air fryer. It literally is amazing. The giveaways, I have a live video goal during my giveaways, during my show. If we hit 40, 80, 120 live views that stay there for the length of my show, then we do a giveaway at the end, and all you have to do is hang out with during my show, comment, interact, and then comment at the end of the show, and you get entered into the giveaway. Then I give you food and cooking related items for your kitchen, grill, what have you, and I send them to you through smileamazon.com, and that's basically it. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Yes, Heather, I did start a list. So Sue V, Caitlin O, Jessie K, Kathy K, Tammy C, and Laura C have all won this month and can't get entered in until next month. I did start a list. You would be so proud of me. Sherry B, I did get you. Sherry L, I did get you as well. I'm really thinking of getting one because I know they are supposed to take all the fat out of foods. So they don't take the fat out of foods, but what a microwave does to your food is awful. It takes all the nutrients out of your food. It sucks all the water and any kind of moisture out of your food. So you were really just eating nothing when you were microwaving your food if it's left over. So I definitely recommend an air fryer. I will look and see if the air fryer that I bought is still on sale, and I will comment it in the comment section of this page. So let's read through the names. If you still don't see your name, comment it again with an emoji or just say, hey Riley, how are you doing? That's me, I'm Riley, R-Y-L-I-E. This is Mom Fueling Hungry Boys. I have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a husband, 2 dogs, and 2 cats. I live in North Dakota. Jessica, I did not. We are just going through the names of who has been entered in so that we can decide who will win. Heather S, Sharon L, Karen H, Teresa H, Sherry L, Abby B, Renee O, Angela B, Ketley C, Shelby H, Tabitha L, Charlene F, Danielle H, Mego, Carissa E, Tina F, Shauna W, Cindy W, Shelby W, Sandy J, Rebecca L, Sarah H, Sandra F, Pam U, Jennifer H, Misty C, Robert W, Carol E, Barb W, Jessica G, Joe M, Harmony V, Caitlin G, Heather F, Laura K, Roxy C, Dean R, Sabrina M, Crystal H, Ashley W, Brittany E, Jody L, Suzina K, Joan M, Kim B, Alyssa L, Rose C, Lynn L, Sherry B, Sarah H, Teresa H, Mandy L, Bill W, Laura K, Becky G, Megan M, Jasmine K, and Betty K. French fries are totally amazing. Jamie, I did not get your name in here. Jamie M, I've got you now. Jasmine Stefan, I've got you. Billy H, I've got you as well. Let's get these last names in here. Love my air fryer, scared to get an Insta Pot. I totally get you. Ashley H, Crystal S. What I love about the air fryer as well is if I'm sitting here talking to you guys, when we get to the end of the time, it will just shut off. I don't have to worry about overcooking food or forgetting about it or being so distracted with the kids that I end up burning something. Laura, thank you for your honesty. I did have Laura twice, so we fixed that. Amy J. I said Jody L, but not Jody H. So I've got you now, Jody H. Got you, Jody H. My air fryer, my new one is 5.8 quarts. So it's one of the bigger ones, which I really, really like now for my kids and stuff. Janice A, I've got you. There's two Sarah H, or did I say your name 2 times? Sarah, I would think I accidentally entered you in twice. I don't believe there is another Sarah. If there's another Sarah H, please say something now so that I don't exclude you from the giveaway. I will just add something special to your name so that we know that there are 2 separate Sarah H's. And maybe I said Kara H. Maybe I said Sarah H instead of Kara. That's very, very possible, Sarah. Kim S. All right. Heather, it is amazing. All right, you guys. Heather Simbrat. Heather Simbrat. No M. Simbrat. Will you pick 2 numbers between 1 and 12? And we will get this going. 2 numbers between 1 and 12. Heather Simbrat. If you're listening, 2 numbers between 1 and 12. It helps if you comment them. If you spell out the numbers, then it doesn't filter as bad. I think I did 2, Kara. I think I said Kara. I said Sarah instead of Kara, but I have it written the right way. So, Bree, you're not gonna. I love you, baby girl, but you are not. So, 6 and 12. All right. So, let's get this going. 6 and 12. Once I pull your name, I do remove it from the list so that you don't get pulled twice to keep the odds in everyone's favor. 6 and 12. I do use a random name generator. You guys can check out the website if you want to know if it can be trusted or not. I use it. It's completely random. No favor for anyone in particular. My friends that come on here and try to win will vouch for that they don't win, even though they want to. So number 1, Brianne Sattler, number 1, removed. Number 2, Heather. Number 3, Shauna W. Number 4, Karen H. Number 5, Pam U. And number 6, our first winner, Tabitha L. Tabitha L, our first winner. If you message the Mom Fueling Hungry Boys page your personal shipping information, I will get something sent off to you. I typically will reply to your initial message. I will purchase your gift. I will let you know the guaranteed delivery date through Amazon, and then I will follow up with you on the delivery date to make sure that it made it safely. So, number 7, Joe M. Number 8, Rose C. Number 9, Sandy J. Number 10, Billy H. Number 11, that's my air fryer is done. Teresa H. And number 12, Janice Anders. Janice Anders, congratulations. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Janice, send me your shipping information and I will get something sent off to you. You're welcome, Tabitha. And congratulations, you guys. Congratulations. I will add you guys to the list. Tabitha L and Janice A are our winners for this, I want to say week, but it's just this day. I will get stuff sent off to you. I will comment my tools that I used in the comment section of this video shortly, so you guys can check out the tools that I use on Amazon and order anything that you would like. I'm going to show you guys these pork chops really quick. So those of you that are maybe on the fence about buying an air fryer, this is what air fried pork chops look like. Look at that. Nice and crispy around the edges. They're cooked all the way through, still juicy. You can see them glistening in the air fryer. Highly, highly recommend this. It's so easy, convenient, cooked in 14 minutes, browned and beautiful all the way through. Highly, highly recommend an air fryer if you guys like food. So I will check out the air fryer, see if it's still on sale for you guys on Amazon. Even if it's not, I will post in the comment section the air fryer that I am using so that you guys can get one that's similar, even if you can't get the exact one. They do make smaller ones if you don't cook for as many people. So this fits easily 4 pork chops. If I really wanted to squeeze them in there, I could fit a 5th pork chop. I wanted to give them enough room to circulate that air. So have an awesome night. If you guys are new here, get your votes in for what I make on Thursday. There's an Insta Pot recipe and a skillet recipe. Both are pastas. Pick what we're going to do on Thursday. It is neck and neck right now, and I am not too sure which one to buy ingredients for because it is so close in votes. It's like 94 to 98 or something crazy like that. So get your votes in. Have an awesome night, and thank you for checking me out and hanging out with me.